Boy, how New Japan Pro Wrestling certainly has expanded in the last couple of years, opening new eyes all over the world to this incredible platform of five-star classics held every year. This is New Japan Pro Wrestling's Southern Showdown in Melbourne, Australia. Hello, everybody. Now, I'm just a simple man, and my name is Noah Foster, and welcome once again to another Simply Predicting Wrestling predictions video, this time for New Japan Pro Wrestling Southern Showdown in Melbourne, Australia. This is a very unique showcase as they're expanding now to other territories, and I believe they're doing some different stuff and how this is going to be available on NJPW.com. I believe it's at 72 hours after it actually goes live and they do the show there. And they're going to be working with all sorts of different wrestlers from various promotions in Australian wrestling, including IPW, Impact Pro Wrestling, and of course, many graduates that I'm sure some of you are familiar with this destination, the Fale Dojo. With that, let's get right into the card. So our first match is and by the way, each match of course has time limits, New Japan standard. 20-minute bout, 3-on-3, 6-man tag. It is the Young Lions, Ren Narita and Shota Umino, and their partner, Toei Hanare, versus some Australian classics here, including some from the Fale Dojo. Michael Richards, Andrew Villalobos, and Mark Tuai. So I went and did a little bit of research, and I know Michael Richards has been in Impact Pro Wrestling. And he's basically been a New Zealand heavyweight. He's been in New Zealand heavyweight championship matches. He recently competed in, I believe, IPW. I'm still learning Australian wrestling. There's so much wrestling to learn, never enough time. I'm just glad I was able to take this day off to actually learn a little bit about this guy. And his finisher is called the Game Changer. It includes a fisherman swinging neck breaker. Looking at this promotion, they got a pretty nice sized roster too. A nice little women's division as well. I wonder if Tony Storm's ever gone for this promotion. But anyway, not to dwell too much time on one person. The reason I know a little bit about Andrew Villalobos is because he's been in the Fale Dojo and has recently been accepted into the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo. Basically, I guess you could say it's like the step up or the promotion, where of course many wrestlers you know today have always gone through, because Bad Luck Fale has been a huge influence in many of the wrestlers that you see today in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and still going today, so mad respect to the Rogue General. And last but not least, Mark Tuai, who is currently the general manager / coach of the Fale Dojo, but he's also an experienced pro wrestler. He basically helped Bad Luck Fale steer the dojo into a better direction, and has been a key member in overseeing the dojo's progression and growth. And he actually joined this dojo after meeting Fale himself. His real name, I believe, is Tox Fale? Something like that. Anyway, this should be a very interesting match. This is their testing ground, really. You never know really when a young lion might pull off a victory, but usually the young lion picks the fall here. So with that, I'm actually going to go with the Australians to win. I'm going with Michael, Andrew, and Mark Tuai. And it should be a very nice, fun match, and a nice introduction to what these men can bring. And maybe it will influence people to watch IPW and other Australian promotions as well. Alright. So moving on from there, we have another 20-minute bout, but it's a one-on-one. It is the guy known as The Business and one of the most well-respected wrestlers in Australia, Slicks, I believe his name, versus, alright, this is interesting. I think you all should know this name, Aaron Solo. I'll give you one word, Bailey. That is Bailey's husband, I believe, or fiance. I don't know if they're married. So I already know a little about Aaron Solo. He's had a couple of matches here in NXT and in WWE, but he's also an accomplished wrestler as well, been all over the indie scene. But The Business, Slicks, he's been known as the face of Australian wrestling by many. But this is going to come down to experience, I think. I'm not really sure how to call this one. But considering Aaron Solo didn't even win a match in WWE, this might be the one time he actually gets a win that I actually will see. I'm going to go with Aaron Solo for the win. So that's basically an introduction to all the newest talent I can think of that we're going to see on the show. Let's get into some classic stuff now. Third match is a 30-minute match, 3-on-3. It is Roppongi 3Ks, Sho and Yo, and their partner, Toru Yano, the unpredictable, unorthodox one, versus Bullet Club, Gato, the Bone Sword, Taiji Mori, and this is very interesting, Gino Gambino. Y'all know him, obviously. Longtime member of Bullet Club, former wrestler. He's also been on commentary during some of the action we've seen recently in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And he is, of course, a huge supporter and member of Bullet Club. No pun intended. But I am going to go here with, actually, Roppongi 3K picking up the win here. I feel like they need this, gain some momentum since they just recently lost their IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships to Taiji Mori, and Phantasmo. And I feel like Gedo's the one to eat the fall here. So I'm going to go with the team of Roppongi 3K and Toru Yano picking up the win here. Moving on, we have a 30-minute match next, another tag match. It is the Headhunter Yoshihashi and the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii representing Chaos versus Bullet Club. The Crown Jewel Chase Owens versus Tokyo Pimp Yujiro Takahashi. I wonder if he's going to have Peter with him. So Yoshihashi's coming off a loss from Zack Sabre Jr. at Kasuno Road for the British Heavyweight Championship, and Tomohiro Ishii has the current Never Openweight Championship after beating Taichi. And Tomohiro Ishii is also in the G1 Climax. Yujiro, Chase, and Yoshihashi are not. And Chase and Yujiro, mixed fortunes to say the least. But it's nice to see this duo, just these two. And we'll see what these two can bring. Since they've been recently back in Bullet Club, they've brought a lot, including victories. So, because I feel like Yoshihashi is going to be the odd one out here, I am actually going to go with Bullet Club picking up the win here. Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi. And maybe they'll put themselves into tag team contention for another set of titles we'll get to soon. Following that, oh, here we go. Now we're getting into some serious stuff. 60-minute British Cruiserweight Championship match. The champ himself, the headbanger, El Phantasmo versus the guy that had him his first defeat in the Best of the Super Juniors and one of my top 5 matches of the entire thing, Roppongi 3K's own Rocky Romero. El Phantasmo is going to go in here a lot to prove to himself. Rocky Romero, I know, is not going to take the guy lightly. He took him to the limit, nearly the full 30-minute limit of their match. In the end, Rocky Romero showed heart, dexterity, and adversity, and just constant drive to pick up the win. And he did, with an arm bar and stomping his face. Are we going to have a similar finish? Is El Phantasmo going to do everything he can to avoid that finish? This is the British Cruiserweight Championship. I don't want to put the moniker British with just the guys from London. And these guys have also been all over the world too, London and Australia and all that type of stuff. Rocky Romero, veteran of the game, huge player in New Japan Pro Wrestling, currently now co-coach with Rizuki Taguchi. I am going to go with here because he did pull it off once, and it would be incredible to see this. And it would really certainly change things up as we head into World Quest in August. And he wants to prove he can still go. And I feel like he proved that quite a bit during his run by Super Juniors. I'm going to go with Rocky Romero picks up the win here. I really think he can pull an upset and really give Australia something to remember. Not the only thing, but something. And I can only imagine El Phantasmo and the state of mind he will be in, even if he is still IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. So moving on from there, we get an IWGP Tag Team Championship match, speaking of which, 60-minute bout between G.O.D., Guerrillas of Destiny, who are also still the current Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, versus the guys that recently beat them on Kasuno Road. And I called them winning, and I called this match happening. Mikey Nichols returning home, and the flamboyant Juice Robinson. So this is now their 4th defense, G.O.D., going into this. And they also know they still have to defend the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Tag Team titles against them boys, the Briscoes, at Manhattan Mayhem in a New York street fight. This could be the momentum that Mikey Nichols and Juice Robinson needs to pick up the win. And this could be what bounces Juice Robinson back. He already said he's done Ring of Honor. He wants to just literally wrestle for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Mikey Nichols, this is his first chance at a title. I feel like these two can pull it off, but do I think they're going to? Because G.O.D. is virtually unstoppable, it seems. In my opinion, they're probably like the best tag team in the world today. And honestly, they want some new competition. They got some new competition. I don't really know where you can go from here. I am actually going to go with Mikey Nichols and Juice Robinson. I'm going to go with Chaos here. Why not? Let's do something different and explore our minds and see what happens. I'm going to go with Mikey Nichols and Juice Robinson picking up the win. And I can only imagine how G.A.D. are going to react to their loss. It's going to be an incredible bout. 60 minutes. These men can go. Mikey Nichols has been incredible since leaving TM61 and NXT. He's truly been redefined, as it seems like anybody now, at least WWE. I think they can pull it off, and I feel like Juice can really use the win here. I'm going to go with Juice and Mikey Nichols for the win. There's a reason Rocky Romero brought Mikey Nichols into Chaos. Just saying. Now, next we got... Let me just say this right now. I understand why they have these last two matches in the order they do. But in my sincere, honest opinion, this match should be last. So with that being said, I'm actually going to predict it last. Because this is the number one match I am looking forward to. No disrespect to the hometown heroes. Home country heroes, excuse me. But I feel like this match should be last. With that, I'm going to go to actually the last match on this show. The special tag match for 60 minutes. Hiroshi Tanahashi and the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada versus Bad Luck Fale and the Switchblade, Jay White. Okay. So Okada has been worked over by Minoru Suzuki and Suzuki Gun recently in tag team matches, but he's also been in the ring with all three of these men. Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace, I feel like he's truly not going to stop wrestling until his body tells him that you have to stop and you won't have a choice. I don't know what the state of his legs, his arm, and his mind is too. He's coming off some big losses to Jay White. And then you have Jay White, who's redefined Bullet Club as their leader, and Bad Luck Fale, who has been a stable Bullet Club since its original incarnation with Prince Devitt. And this is their home turf. Jay White has already been on point, stating what he is and why he feels like he should already just be the winner of the G1 Climax, to the point that the legend himself, Hiroshi Goto, came out to shut him up. And those two are going to face each other during the G1 Climax because they're in the same block. And then you have Bad Luck Fale, who's also in the G1 Climax, but has been a building block to Bullet Club and New Japan Pro Wrestling, including the Fale Dojo and the wrestlers there that have led then to the New Japan Dojo. So with that, man, this is tough. Because I don't want to go against the World Heavyweight Champion, but it's the G1 Climax. I know he's not defending his title for quite a while. He's going to have a lot to prove to himself. I know he's a top contender and many people will probably win. In this match, though, I am going to go with Bullet Club picks up the win and ends the night. Now, to the actual match I care about the most. To the match I feel that should close the show. To the match I feel that's going to steal the show. Sniper versus Assassin. 1-on-1 Part 4. Will Ospreay, the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, defending his title, first defense, after being Dragon Lee and Best of Super Juniors, against the Sniper of the Skies, the heart and pride of Australian wrestling, in his own words, and many probably agree, on his own turf, the first Australian to go after this title, Robbie Eagles. What cannot be said about how excited I am for this match, and the build, and the story, and the emotion and heart portrayed by both men. If you haven't looked at either of their videos promoting their training, promoting this match, you don't know what you're about to miss out on, and how great this match is going to be. So, let's start from humble beginnings. Will Ospreay and Robbie Eagles first met each other in PWA Call to Arms 2017 when he was in a bad place. Will Ospreay calls him his brother and thanks him for that and redefines his passion for wrestling. In that match, though, Robbie Eagles won. Fast forward. Call to Arms, August 2018. Oh no, I'm sorry, Will Ospreay won that. Fast forward, August 2018. Robbie Eagles, Will Ospreay again. Robbie Eagles made Will Ospreay tap out. And then both men truly garnered respect for one another. And Will Ospreay tore the Japanese flag off his tights and gave it to Robbie Eagles as an invitation to join Chaos and say, you belong, you are worth in New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is all Robbie Eagles wants to prove to himself. But eventually, Bullet Club got to him. We fast forward all the way now to the Best of Super Juniors, where both of these men had an incredible one-on-one bout in Best of Super Juniors to the near time limit, only to be tarnished by an interference by El Phantasmo. And to this day, that still sticks in Robbie Eagles' crawl. In my opinion, Robbie Eagles truly has to redefine himself as a wrestler. I feel like he's not really Bullet Club, but he's a man of pride. It's all about pride. And he feels like Bullet Club right now is probably just hurting his pride. He feels like he's being overshadowed, really. I honestly expect something very dynamic to come out of this, regardless of results. Now, Robbie Eagles, first Australian coming out of this, he feels like, yes, I beat him, but it didn't count. It's been a dream to compete in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's accomplished that. And he considers himself one of the top and elite pro wrestlers of the world, and only wants to compete with top and elite pro wrestlers of the world. He resents anyone, though, who says that they put Australian wrestling on the map. He truly feels like he's the guy that did that. And he's been trained by the likes of Sean O'Shea, Maddie Wahlberg, and Madison Eagles. By the way, not his wife. And he feels like he's going to have the advantage here because he's going to bring more than Will Ospreay would bring all together. He feels the key thing is to get Robbie Eagles on the ground. If he can get the opportunities to keep Robbie Eagles on the ground, he can win this. And then you have Will Ospreay, who has truly made New Japan Pro Wrestling his life now, to the point he's moved to Japan. He says he truly believes that a junior heavyweight can main event the Tokyo Dome. With men like him leading this type of wrestling division, I feel like it truly happened. I would love to see it happen next year. That's why he's actually one of my picks calling it now to win the G1 Climax. I want it to happen. But I've been talking too much right now. Okay, so I gotta end it here. He says Robbie wrestles with heart. He knows the Robbie Eagles. He knows it's all about pride. And this is all about showing the world what Australian wrestling and junior heavyweights can bring. Oh, man. He just won the title. He's in the G1 Climax. Robbie Eagles is not in the G1 Climax. Robbie Eagles puts wrestling into his life. Robbie Eagles has to figure out something to do during the G1 Climax. This might be his moment. It's on his home turf. This might be what pushes Will Ospreay to be the main event of the Tokyo Dome next year at Wrestle Kingdom. So with that, I am going to say that Robbie Eagles picks up the win and becomes the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And I'm going to go even further than that and say that afterwards, I feel like Robbie Eagles down the line is going to join Chaos. Alright, so that's it for this card. It should be an incredible wrestling showcase. I'm looking very forward to this event when it comes on NewJapanWorld.com. Apparently 72 hours after this goes live because due to, the extent of what it takes to stream this type of stuff across all their media partners all over the world, they're still working some stuff out, but I'm very happy and very excited for this expanded partnership and more to come from New Japan Pro Wrestling as they bring us more wrestling from Australia, London, and right here in the States. But with that, I am done. Those are my predictions for this showcase, and I can't wait to see it. So with that, let me know what you all think down below in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend, hit that bell to know when the next video is going to come up anytime on this channel. And if you want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. Simple as that. So if you want to talk to me and know more about wrestling or just start a wrestling conversation with me, look me up on Twitter, nodq.com/know it takes you to my Twitter page, or just at nfoster1916 if you hate URLs. And speaking of which, NoDQ, support NoDQ. They're the reason I'm in YouTube in the first place. Buy a shirt, nodq.com/shirts. Follow them on all your social media platforms. Go follow them on the official website. Make a friend, make an enemy, troll virtue. There's comments for everything, and your opinions matter. So go talk something on wrestling with somebody else. On polls, memes, gifs, columns, sexy female pics. You name it. It's there, it's wrestling, and that's what this is all about. And as always, as I like to close, support your wrestling house big and small, and let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique wrestling community together. Simple as that. And just follow my YouTube channel here at youtube.com/users/NoahFoster210, where you'll get more wrestling content like this every week, including a weekly series I host called Tool for Life Matters. That's all about a celebration, appreciation, review, preview, dynamics, and analysis of cruiserweight wrestling, particularly Tool for Life brand, and beyond. Thank you all again for listening. Thank you all again for watching. Enjoy life, enjoy wrestling, share a moment with a friend. Enjoy what wrestling comes to bring you. Enjoy what life can bring you. And until the next video, where it will be either AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact, Ring of Honor, WWE, Independent Wrestling, and support Independent Wrestling, folks, or something else in between. I hope you all enjoy your weekend and have a wonderful day.